This is Marcy Anderson with the Fishing Report for Southeast Kentucky. Water temperatures on area lakes and reservoirs have been running in the mid to upper 50s depending on location and time of day. With low rainfall this year, Lake Cumberland and Laurel River Lake are already running at winter pool. On Laurel River Lake, one lane at the Grove Boat Ramp has been closed due to the current lake levels. The fish are widely distributed right now, but main lake points are holding good numbers of fish. Walleye are running anywhere from 20 to 60 feet deep with good numbers of 2 to 3 pound fish in the population. The black bass bite has been slow and sporadic the last few weeks. Some of the bass are staying deeper in the 20 to 40 feet range, while some are shallow in the backs of creeks going after shad. On Dale Hollow, bass fishing is picking up with the dropping water temperatures. Target structure in the backs of major creeks for largemouth bass. Smallmouth bass are hitting on jigs in 20 feet of water along channel drop-offs and main lake points. Rainbow trout stocking has been ongoing in Fens lakes across the state. Brickyard ponds in Barberville and Logan Hubble Park near Stanford were recently stocked. It's a great opportunity to get out and do some fishing with the family before colder winter weather comes in. Trout can be caught on a variety of lures, including small inline spinners, power bait, and corn. On the Cumberland Tailwater and Hatchery Creek, we've seen some nice trout being picked up the last few weeks, with several large rainbow trout being caught. We've also seen several large walleye spread throughout the tailwater during recent trout sampling. Jigs and minnows are a good option to target them on the tailwater. Elsewhere in the district, rainbow trout have recently been stocked in Rock Creek. Keep in mind that the upper portion of Rock Creek from the Tennessee state line down to Bell Farm Bridge is part of the catch and release program, so only artificial baits can be used and trout must be immediately released back into that section. So good luck and good fishing.
This is Jeremy Shiflett with the Fishing Report for the Northwest District. Rough River Lake is down to around 476 with about 6 more feet to drop to get to winter pool. There's about 800 CFS in the tailwater. Fishing is possible there and further downstream around the Falls of the Rough. Fishing is usually tough during the drawdown as fish are forced down out of the creeks and into the lower lake. Look for crappie 10 to 20 feet deep in structure. Target largemouth bass early in the day on main lake points with topwater, chatterbaits, shallow run, and crankbaits. Also try main lake channel bends, lower lake flats, and bluff walls with some large chunk rock, using shaky heads and drop shot rigs. Hybrid striped bass can be caught trolling, casting main lake points, and fishing live shad near the creek mouth. North Fork and the State Park are your best bets for safely launching a boat this time of year. Nolan River Lake is about 14 feet below summer pool with about 9 more to go. There's about 1,300 CFS in the tailwater, making fishing a little difficult. Water temperatures are in the upper 50s to the low 60s by the afternoon. Crappie fishing has been very slow lately, but seems to be maybe picking up just slightly. Fish have been stuck tight to brush, 10 to 18 feet deep and tight-lipped. There is a tremendous amount of small shad in the lake, so minnows and shad-colored baits may be your best bet right now. Again, bass fishing is slow. Target lower lake flats, points, and channel bends. More spotted bass than largemouth have been shallow lately, but depending on the day, the largemouth have been tight to the bank as well. White bass are chasing shad all over the lake, so it may be easier for them to find you than for you to target them right now. Be extra cautious on the water this time of year. New hazards show up every day as the water drops. I can guarantee you will find some trees hanging out in unusual places as the water keeps dropping out, so keep an eye out and be sure to wear your life jacket and kill switch while you're running. We will be on Nolan the end of this week surveying white bass and walleye, so keep an eye out for us and our gear. Trout were stocked last week in Otter Creek on the ORA, in Sinking Creek in Breckenridge County, and on Peabody WMA in Access Lake in Ohio County, and Robs Lake and Flycatcher Lake in Muhlenberg County. There are also still some trout that are quite hungry hanging out in the Fens Lakes as well. White inline spinners, minnow spins, crappie nibbles, trout magnets, power bait, mealworms, and traditional fly fishing tackle are all great options. Remember, you need to have a trout stamp to harvest trout. The limit is 8 fish per day except for Fens Lakes, which are 5. Otter Creek ORA is catch and release only and artificial lures only through March 31st. So be sure to check the regs before you go somewhere new. Good luck and stay safe.
This is Caleb Bentley with the Kentucky Stocking Report. This week across the state, we stocked rainbow trout. Rainbow trout were stocked in Lake Cumberland tailwaters, Floyd's Fork Creek, Maysville Lake, Old Flemingsburg Reservoir, Easy Walker Park Pond, Eagle Lake, Brickyard Pond, Greasy Creek, Martins Fork Lake tailwaters, Carr Creek Lake tailwaters, Grayson Lake tailwaters, Yatesville Lake tailwaters, Martin County Lake, Wolf Creek, Cave Run Lake tailwaters, Buckhorn Lake tailwaters, Dewey Lake tailwaters, Paintsville Lake tailwaters, the right fork of Beaver Creek, Pikeville City Lake, Fishtrap Lake tailwaters, Grants Branch Lake, Lake Cumberland tailwaters. Good luck fishing. Stay safe.